Good evening and welcome to another episode of Bahrain Today, your daily dose of what's got Bahrain talking. Tonight, we'll be hooking you up whether you're in need of the perfect flower arrangement or finally getting the doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join in the conversation. Reach out to us on our social media accounts or drop us an email, and who knows, you might end up on the show. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Tabib Apps connects patients with doctors and clinics instantly to simplify appointments. Tabib Plus is a health card that gives you easy access to affordable healthcare across clinics, hospitals, labs, and more. Anywhere in the country, Tabib Plus can be used by citizens, residents, and visitors to avail offers within the country. Let's take a closer look.
Our lives are getting busy. There are meetings to attend and deadlines to meet, more groceries to shop for, and family to care for. Making time for their health and yours is important. Tabib is here for you. Wherever you are, you can easily locate doctors closest to you and find healthcare at your fingertips. Care for your family the way they deserve with Tabib.
Today with us in the studio, Mr. Ali Tahir, General Manager, Mr. Haider Marhoon, Operational Manager, and Mr. Ajat Nair, Business Head. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
We're doing fine.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for you to invite us in the Bahrain.
My pleasure. So, Tabib app. So, who can tell me about it? What inspired you to start Tabib app?
Thank you for opportunity giving us for the Tabib team.
Our pleasure.
Today we are here. So Tabib app, we was planning to launch Tabib app in 2012. So because of the different project we was handling, we kept the Tabib app on hold till 2018.
Okay.
So we start launching the first online application is web and online application in Bahrain.
Yeah.
So we have website and mobile application.
Right.
So the patient can book through our application with any doctor or any medical center or any hospital.
So how can patients know about you to book through your application, Tabib app?
Today everything is online and everybody can search online. If you are going to Google and you will write any doctor or hospital, if you want to book any online engine, you can find us on the Google, and directly you can go to our website and see all the clinics and hospitals available in our application.
Excellent, excellent. And what is the vision of the business?
So, see, the vision of the business, actually Ali is the right person to answer, but just to add a couple of points. So, we are trying to create a healthcare ecosystem.
Yeah.
Healthcare has certain way of consumption, So, people consume, they have habits, like for example, if I have a fever, I'll go to the nearby pharmacist, or I'll call some relative of mine who's a doctor or some healthcare practitioner and try to, take the consultation or try to, self-medicate myself.
Right.
But that's not what we try to, imbibe.
Yeah. What are you trying to do then?
What we are trying to do is, we are trying to create an online healthcare platform where we provide a host of healthcare products. And the first one, what we have is, we have a doctor finder or a listing application or a listing, service. And then we have got appointments. Anybody in Bahrain, any resident, whether he's an Indian or an expat or a Bahraini national, he can just, call or look for doctors and then search for that particular specialization and then book an appointment. Any appointment in any of the hospitals who are part of our network.
Let me ask you a question, gentlemen. I'm new, I just came to Bahrain, right? And I'm looking for a good doctor. How would I know that this doctor is good? Can I go through your app and...
Yeah. See, our platform is very easy. Once you open the application, you can select the specialization, for example, the desired specialization. You can find the nearest doctors to you. You can filter it by the experience years of the doctor, by the rating of the users as well. So
this is what I wanted to hear, the rating of the customers.
Users,
Okay.
available.
How can customers rate these doctors?
It depends on the service-wise. So as a user, you can see 5-star, 4-star, written feedback as well. So you can estimate that a doctor is suitable doctor for me or not.
You will create your profile also in our application. So you have your personal profile on the app.
Yeah.
So from that also, again, you can rate the doctor also there.
Fair enough. So what kind of services do you provide?
So some of the services that right now we have 2 services primarily that we provide.
Two services, yeah. What
one
are they?
is listing of all the doctors and clinics and hospitals, and the other one is that you can do an online appointment.
Right.
We also provide doctor on call services where you clinic appointments on call, because as I said before, healthcare is all about it's a very unique industry to work.
Yeah.
So just continuing with your query, so then you can search doctors by specializations, by geolocation. So if you are in specific location, for example in Capital Governorate or any of those specific locations, you get the nearest clinics and hospitals and doctors that are shown to you.
Yeah.
So those kind of services are available now. Our future goals, as Mr. Ali said, we are looking at video consultations, bringing the platform, bringing technology into healthcare service.
I don't have to go all the way to the doctor.
Exactly.
It could be a quick consultation.
10 more feature is already implemented. Okay, and just we are waiting to get the approval from the ministry, and we'll launch one by one. So now the engine is start only for booking appointment.
Yeah.
So it's there we are filling the gap between the patient and the hospital. So now that gap is filled.
Fair enough.
So now we are implementing the second phase of our application, and 10 more features will be there in our application.
Impressive. Best of luck. Best of luck, gentlemen. So how can a medical center or doctors join your application?
It's actually very easy. We have 3 channels.
Yeah.
So either they can go to our website, tabib.com, and register themselves, and we will validate their information
credentials
and add them to our platform.
Yeah.
Secondly, we have a business development team.
Yeah.
These team, they will approach the clinics and offer them our services, and they'll join us.
That's probably the most successful one right now, because like I said, doctors don't like technology so much, right? 3.
So the 3 one, like I say, we have a toll-free number. So any clinic through our advertisements, such as the cinema advertisement, such as the social media advertisement, they can contact us, and we will add them also on our platform.
So what's the take for Tabib? What do I have to pay to get in as a doctor or as a patient?
Nothing.
How come?
Nothing. So we are seeing Tabib as a service paying back to community. So Tabib, as a clinic, you can join us without paying anything and be on Tabib. As a user, you can download the app as well as book an appointment, and also without paying anything.
Wow, but how would you prosper further and get bigger and bigger every day?
So like I said, so we have the different solution for the clinic and hospitals. So we will provide for them different services. So
and then they'll pay for these extra services.
For extra services. So for online booking and the listing in our application, there is no fees in there.
All right.
So next feature what we are adding to our application, for those feature they have to pay.
Okay.
So
of course.
So
that's normal.
So they know also if they are coming through our application, there is chance the patient keep some review or some star or 2 stars.
He probably get a better experience because he's a patient through Tabib.
Yes.
And our idea is to develop this culture. So the culture is all about transparency. See, healthcare, the beauty about healthcare is, or the sad part is, anybody who's not a doctor will not understand anything, how much ever he is educated.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what we're talking about.
You may have studied from Harvard, but if you go to a general physician and he just writes a Panadol also, you will not know. You have to go to the pharmacist, he will say, okay, this is a Panadol, right? So we try to bring transparency. The most important thing that we feel that we can build value or bring value to the system is bringing transparency, and that's the platform that we have built.
So what is the process of booking?
It's very simple, actually.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So tell me.
So it's by 3 clicks. Selecting the doctor.
Nice.
Selecting the time. Book the appointment. It's very simple.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's an interface. It's a platform. You go to the mobile app. download the Tabib app and select the doctor, book the appointment and go and meet the doctor.
All right. So, Mr. Ali, what are your future plans for Tabib?
So our future plan is already started last year. So we want to launch Tabib in all GCC countries. So we start with Bahrain. So thanks God, alhamdulillah, we are success in Bahrain. So we launched it in Saudi Arabia.
We already launched.
Yes. So in Saudi Arabia also we have a good number of the clinics.
Is it only the Eastern Province or the whole country?
No, we launched it in Eastern Province and in Riyadh also as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Biggest
So last month we got the approval from Ministry of Health in Oman. So last month we launched it in Oman as well also.
That's impressive.
So
Well, you got to charge us. You're going to be a millionaire in no time.
inshallah.
Inshallah.
All right. So before we conclude, any message you'd like to say?
So I can say it was a long journey,
A long journey.
successful one.
Successful is good.
So we learned a lot.
Yeah.
So the most great part that we have an association with many entities such as Bahrain Cancer Awareness, the Bahrain Cancer Society. We had an event with them. We participate in the NHRA First Conference,
Yeah.
and also in the future we are planning to do more.
Our plan is to enhance more in our application and add more feature there and to make life easier for everybody in Bahrain.
For the
and
patients,
all,
doctors,
correct,
everybody.
everybody
Yeah.
in Bahrain.
All right.
So we are trying to fill the gap and wishing we can do that.
I'm sure
100%
you're already
success.
there. You're already there. You're gonna fill it even more and more, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you for being in our
Thank you for
show.
having us.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Viewers, don't forget to book your next appointment through Tabib app. Stay tuned. Earth laughs and flowers. Viewers, in this report, we'll be taking you to Leaf Flower Shop. So let's stop and smell the flowers. With us tonight is Adra, founder of Leaf Flower. Welcome and thank you for bringing all these beautiful flowers, Adra.
It's all our pleasure.
Oh, how are you doing today?
Really good, actually, really good.
All right, so tell us about what inspired you to open the shop.
It's basically about us. It's basically about people. It's about their emotions. You know, it's like
What
when,
about their emotions?
see, like when emotion comes to like sadness, happiness, or something to celebrate for a wedding, for a baby shower, for simply a reason to say I love you. I mean, it's a great thing. It's actually a perfect, luxurious, affordable luxury. You know, a rose and it's like something very affordable, and it's something really good to present. And believe me, when it comes to flowers, it's the best thing to
Why
have.
do women believe more in flowers than men? Like, I don't think I'd care about flowers so much because they die so soon.
See,
I like chocolates though. You have chocolates, right, in the shop?
yeah, we have.
All right.
We do.
Okay,
Yeah.
that I love. Tell me about your chocolates as well.
We have actually Belgian chocolates, one of the finest chocolate here in Bahrain. Yeah.
All right.
So please do come and have a try from our shop, inshallah.
Great. So tell us about the shop itself. Where do you get the flowers from?
We actually have. We are not only having roses. We also are dealing with orchids, fresh tulips, fresh gypsos, and
Beautiful plants.
yeah, all over the plants. And
Yeah.
like we're importing from countries like Holland, Colombia, Kenya. So all of this, these countries where we
Right.
get them.
And it goes perfectly well with chocolates as well. If I want to give it to somebody,
Yeah.
perfect. And how many branches do you have now? By now?
Currently, like we are from 2012, so we like 8 years, alhamdulillah, in Bahrain. We are having 2 branches for now, because my most concern is to have a very good customer service.
Yeah.
So because I don't believe in.
You want to be focused.
Yeah, I don't believe in a lot of quantities. I believe in quality. So,
Okay.
so that's the main reason. For now, we have 2 branches, one in
Great.
Rafah and the other one is in Tubli.
Perfect. So what makes Leaf Flower different than other flower shops?
Okay. See, actually, what make it different is like we offer really great offers. We have monthly and weekly offers, which is very flexible for the customers. They don't find it really, they find it very reasonable to come and grab it for their loved ones.
Right.
So this is one of the reason. Actually, we are the first shop in the market who offers really good prices, very affordable prices.
Amazing. So, Miss, would you tell us about the color of flowers and what it signifies? Like, for example, I know red is a love flower, right? So
Yeah.
you give it to your loved one.
Yeah.
What about white? What about yellow, orange, all these colors? And I believe there are certain flowers for certain occasions. Yeah.
For example, mostly red is one of the best seller, one of the best, like a lot of people, they love red. You can use it to give your loved ones, even to your love of your life or your mom. But the red color, it's mostly for the love. But yellow color, as they all say, that it's used for friendship. It's for friends.
This is news for me. I've never known that.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
What else?
Yeah, and then pink, because some ladies mostly they love to grab light pinks and pink, so it's always good. And white, we mostly have customers who visit to hospitals, so they prefer white color. So it's this type of combination with color, because each color has its own beauty, and it can be used on different occasions.
Right. What about for mourning?
Sorry?
For if somebody passes away, is there a certain color for that?
Yeah, people do have flower like gypso. They use it, or and even they make a bouquet. They all go for the white color for when it comes to morning. Yeah.
All right. So you do wedding arrangement, don't you?
Yeah, we have done quite because as I said, we have like 8 years in the market. We have done quite a few weddings in really one of really good hotels here in Bahrain, and we do company events too.
Yeah.
And one of like we have done a celebration of embassies. Kuwait embassy we did recently.
Right.
Yeah, and
Great.
then we have the Six Lab. Have you heard about Six Lab, Mr. Ryan? We have done their events, so we do. Yeah.
Great. That's good. So during special occasions like Valentine's, do you have any special offers that you for the customers?
Yeah, see, that's the thing which our customer loves the most about our shop, is that we are very, very reasonable on not only our normal days, but we really have very attractive offers for Mother Days and for Valentine, because they are one of our main events. And then we also have offers like we do pre-bookings for them, so they don't find it difficult. They don't have to wait in queues. They can just do pre-book and they can get their yeah, and we also offer deliveries, so it's good for them.
Amazing. So anything you'd like to add before we conclude the segment, Miss?
I just want to thank my God Almighty for this situation, for this opportunity where I am today. And also I want to remember my dad on this day, because he just passed away 2 years before. It was one of his dream too, to see me and to see the company growing so good. So that's the only thing which I want to say, that I just hope, inshallah, wherever he is, he just he's Allah just bless him in Jannat, and that's the only thing I want to say.
Thank you, Miss Adra.
Welcome.
I wish you best of luck
Thank you.
To be prosperous in your business.
Thank you, God bless. Thank you. Nice to have you. Thank you.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Viewers, don't go away. We have another great segment for you. Welcome back. We now move to another amazing achievement made by a Bahraini woman. Fatma Sheikh is the first female Bahraini to complete the international training course to become an indoor skydiving instructor. This is not only an achievement for Bahrain, as she is the first female in the Gulf to attain such certificate. Let's watch this report. Hi Fatma, how's it going?
I'm good.
How are you today? You doing all
I'm good.
right?
I'm good. What about
Well,
you?
I'm great. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
So, would you tell us about yourself and how did you become a skydiving instructor?
Okay, so the whole thing happened when I was just scrolling on Instagram and I saw this thing called gravity. So it was like back in 2016.
Right.
And because like me, I'm a very adventurous person. I like those stuff like.
You like different. Different is good?
Different is good, yeah. Just risking your life is good, I think. Like getting out of your comfort zone and just do
exactly.
it. Yeah,
just do it.
Yeah, and I thought
That's
I
the
didn't know
next
what
slogan.
I didn't know what was it. Like indoor skydive. What is this? Okay, let's go. Let's go and
Let's
check it out.
Right.
So I called my friend. I'm like, hey, like, let's go. Let's just go. Khalas, let's book, and we went.
All right.
And I still remember like walking inside the building, and like the whole thing was so cool. Like there's a little airplane outside, and then you go inside, and there's music, and like people are smiling, and everyone's
the
like,
energy was beautiful.
the energy was wow, yeah, and then like wow, okay, yalla, this is yes, and
Yeah,
then
let's do this.
let's just do the next step. So I booked a class and I went inside the tunnel and I did the experience and the adrenaline rush and the like, whew, you know, getting out of the tunnel. I'm like, hey, listen, I told this to my friend, I want to work here. Like, I don't care how, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how can I get here, but I want to be part of this.
Huh?
I thought I want to be part of this. And then when I asked, there was no positions. Like, I wanted to be an instructor. I wanted to be inside the tunnel. I didn't want an office job. I was already having this, and it was for me. It's a bit boring.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing. Yeah.
It's not your thing.
Yeah, and I did a research. Like, I was checking the website from time to time just to check if there's any
availability,
or like
vacancies.
opportunities. Or, yeah. And then it happened recently, 2019.
Yeah.
And then
That was
the same thing.
So how many years?
2 years back.
Yeah, okay.
2019. What did I say?
No,
19?
2019 is a year ago, but I mean, how long after you've been there for the first
so
time?
the first time I went there as a customer was 2016.
Okay, so 3 years later.
3 years later.
Yeah.
The same thing happened, scrolling, and then
Yeah,
the first Bahraini instructor finally. And before that, I used to call them like, guys, hey, is there anything? Like, my name is there. You guys call me whenever it's available.
Okay.
And they did. Like, okay, if you're interested.
So they called you.
Yeah, I received a call.
When did
like,
you get a call?
When?
When? Which year? I mean,
The same. Like when the position was open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I did.
How long ago was that?
How long or when?
How long ago was that, or when was it?
I told you like 2 years. No,
Okay.
2019.
19, a year ago.
Because
Okay.
we're just like 2020 today, and yeah, it's like a year ago
All right,
exactly.
Papa, it's a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah, so they
So,
called you up. They were
like,
like,
and then
there's
so
an
I, like,
opening. So what's next? What do you have to do?
I have to do? Come
Exactly.
over and just fill up the form, and we'll call you.
Okay, I believe that there's an extensive training.
Yeah,
for-
this
for
happens
you.
later, and then they called me, and they were like a big group, and then okay, guys, next is the fitness test.
Okay.
All right, fitness
What's
test.
a fitness test?
I don't know. I was like, what if fitness test? I can't do this. You know, I was so confident and I fitness test.
Okay.
And then I thought, okay, it's whatever I do in the gym. Okay, there was like, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups. I'm like, okay, I can do this.
All right.
And then when I went there, no, it wasn't whatever was there in the list. It was like
It was much more intense.
much more intense, and like not chin-ups, pull-ups, and not like proper push-ups and carrying 40 kg and walking around the field.
Wow.
No, it wasn't easy. Like
Wow.
I totally underestimated that, and it was like no, not easy. And I was like, okay, yeah, I wanna just pass this. And alhamdulillah, I did.
Right.
Next was
Great.
in like formal interview, and after that, getting into the course.
Right.
This was like the hardest thing.
So now you're fit as ever, would you say?
I don't know yet.
like, would you do it again in a heartbeat? Like, it'll be much easier if you do it today?
Yeah, maybe, because I really trained for it.
Maybe.
No, I can't do it, okay?
You can do it better.
Okay, better, yeah, better. Thank you, though. Thanks for this.
So you've made history as the first Bahraini female
Yeah.
to become a skydiver. So tell us more about the field. How is it for women?
It's a fun job. I'm happy, I love it all and everything, but it's a very hard job. Okay. So sometimes you're lucky, you get classes where there are kids and like.
Okay. What makes it hard though?
When you receive people like. One of the things that we do, like we receive people, like, and for me to be an indoor skydive instructor, there are things that you have to have them, or like let's say for example, I really say, like this is one of the challenges I get in my job is a big customer comes in.
A big
and
customer
he waits,
meaning in weight.
Weight, like he waits. We have to, yeah,
100,
we have to be strong for us to carry a 120 kg guy inside the tunnel. Yeah, and it's not easy. It's like you hold them and then pam, you get them inside. Yeah, and so you need stamina, you need strength, you need all of that, and you have to be not nervous. You have to be smile. Hey, welcome! Come on, I can get you. And even the guy, he's looking at me like
you're too little for me.
Not too
is there
little.
somebody bigger for me?
See, the whole thing is like if I'm lucky and he's stable inside the tunnel, the whole thing will be 5 seconds getting him inside. Okay. But if he's not stable, he moves inside the tunnel, and you have to block, and you have to carry, and you have to like make him, and you have to the balance
flow properly.
Like the more stable the customer is, the more easier for us.
Is there a maximum weight that you accept or not accept?
Yes, like 130 is the maximum.
Okay, 130.
130
is
big. 130 we can.
130 is big.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So cool. Continue, you were saying?
So yeah, for women, you know, sometimes like whatever the stereotypes, like women cannot do like heavy, whatever. No, we can't do it. We can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
So would you tell us about your future plans and what Gravity Indoor Skydiving has to offer?
Future plans, it's just level 1. I just started. Yeah, so it's just last
Well, how
year.
many levels are there?
1, 2, 3, it depends.
And what's after 3? So what happens? What do you become?
So like now I'm a spotter. So my job is to make sure that the customer, he's safe. Like I can spot him. What if he flips? Pump. You have like, there are like some techniques that you have to do. You have to know how to walk in the air, how to fly, how to save, or like how to catch. Yeah, level 2 is like training more and more, like head down, and like there's a lot of technical stuff.
All right.
Yeah, and then
so
and then
you
level
train
2 is
them, or you train yourself?
Now I can train them, but later, like the second one is like where you grab them and you fly with them, like taking them up and down.
And then 3?
And then I'm not sure what's
I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's more intense and better and whatever.
But what is happening now, we're training for level 2.
Okay,
Me and my 2 colleagues, Bahraini colleagues.
In Bahrain?
In Bahrain, yeah.
Cool, all right. And who's the trainer?
He's our line manager, so he has the
levels,
the level, But what happens is the test will be like a trainer will come from abroad, and he will do the test for us.
Amazing. So what does Gravity Indoor Skydiving has to offer for us?
Well, they're giving us all this, like all the training and everything, and the job is awesome and it's fun.
All right, awesome. I love
fun.
that word.
I love it. Like honestly, I'm really lucky and blessed to have this job. Like finally I got it. If you know how like I was like, I want to work here. I'm waiting for it. When will it happen? And then alhamdulillah it happened. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Fatma, for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one now.
I have?
You have a good one.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned.
Well, thank you so much for the handover. And now it's time for some pop culture and gaming as we're going to go eternally doomed with Doom Eternal.
The Slayer's time is now.
And now we are here with Haytham Mahdi, who actually tried the game and got to review it there in Dubai. Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking my place. I couldn't make it, actually.
More than happy to, and I'm glad you weren't able to make it.
Yeah, right? It was that good.
It was fantastic.
Amazing. So, Doom Eternal, tell us about that for a second.
All right. It's the follow-up to Doom 2016, which is a reboot by Bethesda.
Okay.
The game is doing everything the first game did and better.
Okay.
I'll be getting into more details in a bit.
Please do. Okay, so now this is the second reboot. I mean, I still remember Doom with the floppy disk, right?
Of course.
You slide it in and blah, blah, blah. You know, we got the first-person shooter going in, and it's one of the most prominent games we ever played before and still is. First reboot went 3D. Now, second reboot by Bethesda took it to an entire new level of things, you know? Crazy. The soundtrack, the game, the graphics, everything is a new experience. So now you tried Doom Eternal. Tell us your experience with that game.
So the game happens 2 years after the first one.
Yeah.
You're still in control of the Doom Slayer. He's still nameless, even
Okay.
though you do get a few hints of his face.
Okay.
He's still the same anger management failure. He's still the same monster destroying machine.
Yeah.
Just as powerful and becoming even more. And what I really appreciated about this game,
Okay.
of course, for starters, the graphics are just shocking.
Now.
Beautiful eye candy. You will never get tired of the graphics. The action is just as fast and it's just as vicious.
Okay.
And there's some serious attention to the storyline now.
Okay.
There's beautiful cutscenes that
All right.
were missing from the first game. Technically, the first game was just someone talking at you from far away.
All right.
Now there's actually proper cutscenes.
No way.
And in just the brief period that I played the game,
Yeah.
I had more cutscenes than most action games I played.
I think they changed that in a bit because what happened is that I think they heard what people wanted to see more because Doom has a deep story. I mean, we still remember Doom back in the days that's more action-based. But now, as I guess, they want to have some cutscenes, cinematic scenes, and all that
Correct.
because they want to incorporate everything in one game to give it this rich experience. Now, soundtrack.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
The soundtrack literally assaults all your senses and it puts you instantly in the mood. You want to feel like a champion destroying everything that walks and nothing can stop you?
Dude, yes.
Nick Gordon got it right.
Dude.
Unbelievable soundtrack. It hits you hard from the first note and it never goes down. It just keeps climbing up, escalating. It keeps you hyped all the time.
You know what I really love about the fact that, when we received the invite to actually go to the press release of the game itself, to try the game for the trial and all that, they invited all the media personality. And again, thank you so much for taking our place right there just to represent Bahrain right there in Dubai for the trial of the game. So how was the gather up for the game?
It was a lot of passionate people who loved that love the franchise. It was just fun sitting down and talking with same-minded people who appreciate the game, talking the history with deep knowledge of the lore. That because Doom, the lore is there, the story, and it's not forced upon you if you don't want to look for the story.
Okay.
So it was nice sitting down with a group who really appreciates the game and understand it, and walking me through the new game and all its technical details and how it improved on a technical aspect over the first one. It was just pleasant being there and a lot of fun.
Amazing. I mean, what I really love that they actually considered having that game launch for the game itself right there in Dubai. And they can see that Middle East is a huge market for the gaming industry and the gaming consumption and for all the gamers. So how do you think the Middle East will receive this game?
Very well and very positively. This game, without any spoilers so far, is technically flawless.
What?
I cannot find anything I would improve on the game so far.
Nice.
Just from the short period I played it.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun and everyone will enjoy it. Of course, given the appropriate age.
No, yep. Well, hey, yes, exactly. Now, do you think there's going to be an esport aspect for the game?
It has a new competitive mode. We did not get a hands-on on it, but we got a short preview about it and some details. It looks very promising. I'm not sure if it's going to make it into esport, but it definitely has the potential.
Okay, so once you get your hands on the game, how many hours do you think you're going to disappear out of the world just to at least get the storyline together?
They said this is the hugest, the biggest game or the biggest Doom so far. And so they didn't give us an exact time of how long, but I'm estimating it's going to be average of 20 to 40 hours minimum.
Whoa.
It looks promising, especially if you want to replay the game in higher difficulties.
Okay.
It has some serious replay value.
How do you see yourself with this game? Yeah, see?
It's therapeutic.
Therapeutic! I need two 3 sleeves, Xanax, and I need 15 hours of Doom therapy hours.
The perfect game to play after a long day at work.
Dude, wow. So you've been playing Doom all your life, right?
Yes.
We're talking about since the days of floppy disk.
Yes.
The reboot for the first time.
Yeah, so what happened is there was Doom 1 and 2, and then there was the episodic releases in between.
Yeah.
Then came Doom 3, Doom 1, Doom 2, episodic releases.
Okay.
Then Doom 64.
Oh yeah, 64. Remember that.
Yeah, then there was Doom 3 on the PC, 6 years after that, which technically was the second reboot of the game.
Right.
And it had extra DLC chapters. And then now the third reboot with the Doom 2016.
Wow, so now the storyline for Doom right now, Eternal, is it aligned to any other Dooms or it's just like a new scratch right now?
Here's the thing, there's a lot of theories out there. There's technically two main timelines, the Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64 timeline,
Okay.
and then there's the Doom 3 and its own DLC timeline.
All right.
And then there's the Doom 2016. It can be taken as a separate timeline
Yeah.
or as a follow-up to the original 3.
Dude, wow. There's a lot to actually cover in the game,
Yes,
right?
the
There's
lore
a
is
lot.
the lore is very deep. It's very rich and highly entertaining.
So what do you think of the Doom culture right here in the Middle East?
It's mostly older generation.
Okay.
So it's people our age who played
Okay.
the original Doom who happen to enjoy it. But it has been reintroduced many times, and newer generation are getting to appreciate it. Despite its simplicity,
Yeah.
it's just fun to run and gun.
Yeah.
The power fantasy
that.
is just untouchable. No one can beat the Doom Slayer.
Okay. Okay. So now we talked about the game, the soundtrack, the graphics. How about the mechanics?
The mechanics, they have upgraded a lot. It's more focused on maneuverability,
Yeah.
on there's jumping puzzles now.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Puzzles.
looking promising, yes. Platforming puzzles, as they would
Okay.
like to call them, and
Okay.
they are a lot of fun and quite tricky as well.
Okay. Are there any like challenging ones? Have you faced any challenging puzzles over there?
So far, no, it was in the introductory stages, so it wasn't so difficult yet.
Oh man. Okay. So we talked about that. We talked about the graphics. Did they talk about the game engine? Like how did they actually produce the game, or they didn't really tap into that?
They didn't tap into it excessively,
Okay.
but they did say that this engine is way ahead of its time, that if you have a machine powerful enough, the game can run up to 1,000 frames per second.
What?
So the game can scale up and you can take it up to multiple generations. And I read, given that
Wow.
with the new consoles coming, the new generation, it's going to be a whole new experience for console gamers.
Amazing. Amazing. So do you think this can be like upscaled even for PS5?
Definitely. It's definitely going to be a PS5 ready game.
Nice, man, nice. So, okay, is the game engine in-house, a game engine, or is it like they use like maybe Unreal or the other
That
game
I'm not
engine?
sure about.
Okay, okay, great, great, great. So, now, what are you expecting in the game?
A lot of entertainment. I'm expecting hours of fun, hours of
Okay.
shooting, complex lore. I really
Okay.
appreciate a good storyline
Amazing.
and more of what I got to preview.
Okay.
If they maintain the same level of pace, the story, the action, we have a winner.
Okay, great. So, now for a lot of games out there, each game has a culture to it, right? We have like a group of people talking about the game, producing content on YouTube, or having gatherings just to talk about the game or how to play it or how to make it happen. Can you see that happening for Doom Eternal here in the Middle East?
I definitely can see it with a bunch of people on behind a punching bag. Did you enjoy Doom? Yes.
Yeah, therapeutic, right? Great, great. So, I mean, think maybe you're gonna be one of the first that I would know of that we're actually gonna produce YouTube content, gaming content for the game itself. Like you're gonna go full on with it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
Man, so are we talking about the top 10 stuff, or are we gonna go full stream on with the game?
I'll be streaming it for a while, but I'm mostly planning to focus on the lore because a lot of people tend to skip the lore because it's a lot of people don't want to sit down and read text.
Okay.
So they did the extra job of all the beautiful cutscenes, but the
Right.
real story is in the text that you have to find, you have to gather, unlock, and read.
Beautiful.
So that's what I'm planning to
beautiful,
focus on.
Beautiful. And your preferred platform is gonna be
PC.
PC.
Yeah,
Dude, not PS4.
PC.
PC.
Yes.
Oh, that's a new.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Okay, so storyline, great.
Mm-hmm.
Soundtrack, unbelievable. Cinematic cutscenes, great mechanics, amazing history for the game. Anything you want to end?
Can I wait a second?
No, take your time, man. Take your time. Wow, it's that deep, huh?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, you see. I know they have a lot to say. It's like for a second,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you need a second. I'm like, oh my God.
No, because I was just about to spoil something big in the storyline, so I decided not to.
Oh yeah, because we know our gamers just like, no, how could you? No.
Yes, because the plot is fantastic. Like I said, it happens 2 years after the first game.
Yeah.
You get to learn a lot more about the Doomslayer himself.
Okay.
And let's say,
Well, man,
I'm
you
sorry,
can't.
I can't spoil
You
anything
can't.
for it.
How about a Doom joke?
We're doomed.
Okay. Yeah, eternally doomed. Thank you so much, Haytham. I'm super excited. Like I'm sure everybody else want to try this again, get their hands on as soon as they can. So thanks a lot, and we're
You're welcome. More
gonna
than
wait
happy.
for your content on YouTube and your social media accounts, which is gonna be pretty much right there mentioned for you.
Awesome.
Appreciate your presence, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Of course, to all gamers around the world and the Middle East, Doom Eternal is going to be right there for you. So get ready. It's going to be a good one right here with Bahrain Today.
And that is all for tonight's episode. A huge thank you to our guests for joining us on the studio. And we'll catch you all next time on Bahrain Today. If you want to send us any questions, comments, or if you want to join us on the show, then contact us on our accounts shown on the screen. Goodbye and God bless.